All right, let's finish this thing off. This this is going to be an interesting second half because there are some things that are in here that I'm going to talk about that I saved for us because it is not good. It's not a good look for some individuals, and that's when it gets back to where there are locker room issues, where there are guys that are on the field that in my opinion not respecting the effort and commitment of their teammates. And that bothers me, especially when it comes from the secondary. The secondary is the last line of defense. As I've said before in the past, we are supposed to be the eliminator of fuck ups. So the guys in front of us can make mistakes. We are supposed to eliminate. That's the as heavy as head that wears the crown. That is the responsibility that is bestowed on our shoulders as a secondary. When you have a great front, it makes the crown a little bit lighter. But regardless, the crown is the crown. The secondary is probably home to your best athletes as a unit. Now, sometimes you can get a great linebacker who's athletic and strong, all that stuff. But as a whole, the entire unit, the two corners, the safeties, maybe a nickelback, are the most athletic as a unit than any other unit on the team, on the defense. And when you are unable to do your responsibility, it bothers me. And there's others, but come on, man. Because for me, when those guys up front are working their ass off, when Pop has 20 million tackles, working his ass off, come on, man. Come on. Carry your weight. Carry your weight. So this is going to be interesting because I didn't want to personally do it on the cut ups. And it just, it's to me, it gets to be too much. But on this show at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, it's after dark. So I have the freedom because ain't nobody watching but the old faithful, Late Dog and Steven and AJ and y'all know I shouldn't call names because then I'm gonna leave somebody out. Somebody's gonna get mad. So you know who you are. Um, it's gonna be interesting because this is this is just a recurring theme for this team is is so disappointing. Even though 2 of the touchdowns in the second half from Tennessee were results of turnovers from the offense that basically got Tennessee in the red zone both times. I get it. Those can result in field goal attempts, which they had a trouble converting. So maybe hold them to field goal range, go fourth down, make a field goal. Maybe they miss it. But there is a point in time where you just can't hold them every time. I get it. But like I've said earlier this week, when I go and when I go and look at this stuff, I'm only dissecting what's on the field. And some of this stuff is going to be bad. What's up, Big Cheese? 6 more nights. Yeah, you're right, because we have a bye week this week. You're right. Then we got 3 games left. Yep, you're right. Appreciate that, Big Cheese. So let's get into it, because it's going to be interesting. Now, it's a problem that broadcast can't give me no damn first play. Like, come on, y'all. Give me the first play. Now, I know what happened. It's weird because we were talking about this in practice, in high school practice today, about cover 3 beaters. Now, they're not in cover 3, but this is, now that I'm looking at it, because I just had that conversation a few hours ago, this is a cover 3 beater, which is actually any coverage where the corner is going to get cleared out by this non-rock. See, in cover 2, the safety in cover 2 read, the corner's going to play soft with this vert. But once this guy breaks this off, this corner's going to sit for a second, allow this safety to get over the top, but then he's going to come downhill. Cover 2 is a little better. In cover 4, which is what we're playing, it should be a little better too. But I think this is Childress is lined up just a little too far inside of the receiver. So they just run go route, out route. Here's the thing for me that bothers me a little bit with this from a player standpoint is there becomes a certain time in the game when a team has ran the same damn concept over and over again that I'm going to adjust. They're not just going to continue to run the same shit on me as a corner without me adjusting. That bothered me because for me, it comes a point where you just have to say, okay, I'm going to make a change and I'm going to play sound, but I'm going to give them a different look. So for me, it's interesting that our corners don't play catch technique. And what catch technique means is I'm not going to backpedal. It's used a lot in the red zone, but I use it a lot anywhere if I'm going to line up with some depth, which I always line up with some depth. is take one back pedal and sit. And I'm basically like a catcher's mitt. I'm going to jam him anywhere. Now, for me, sometimes I'm going to play catch is I'm going to start at 9, but I might move up to 7 when his eyes goes to the ball. So then if he sees me at 9 and he eats up my cushion, he thinks he's just going to go by me. But then I just stop and I jam him. So at least if they're going to run these little hitches, I'm in a spot to defend it. The other thing about it, if you do it, and they like to run, what I think they like to do is just run the green grass. If he presses you off the line of scrimmage, push, 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 and you backpedal, they're just going to hook it up. If you don't backpedal and you stop, they're going to try and run by you. So they're basically reading you as the corner. So we have seen Nico throw. This is a problem if you haven't watched film. I watched him. He's not very good on the deep ball. He's not consistent. Well, therefore, I'm going to make him throw the deep route by upsetting the timing right here and seeing if he can complete one. Look at the penetration. Look at the penetration. I think this is Dion. This is something that we haven't seen much in the past few games, is creating another line of scrimmage on this side of the ball. The one thing that stops run game is penetration. Dion does a great job of getting penetration. Now the play is, it's hard to succeed when there's a guy on your side of the ball. Second and 10. We bring a 5-man pressure. So when you bring a 5-man pressure and you don't get there, there's a zone that is voided. Okay? This is not a busting coverage. This is the byproduct of putting pressure on a quarterback and you don't get there. So if Rayner wouldn't come, he would buzz the flat and his play would be covered. Same here. If Childress didn't come, he would buzz the flat. The problem is, for this defense, is they have trips. And he's not accounted for. Because if they run in cover 4, we're reading 1 and 2. So when they both go vertical, now they're locked in man. They went vertical. Now they're locked in man to man. So now my eyes, as those two defenders, are on my guy. Uh-oh, what just happened? I got an error. Okay. So, y'all, I might have lost my file. So let's see if I can at least play through this, and then I might have to Reload. Yep. I'm gonna be locked out. Technology. You know what? I shouldn't have left it on my hard drive. I should have put it on my desktop so I wouldn't have this issue. But so let's just talk about it while my file come back up. So since your defender who was, I don't think he's gonna even let me draw on it. All right, y'all. Give me a minute or so while I get this thing back up. But the thing is when you bring pressure like that, it leaves you open to issues. And that left us open. And that's the only thing. It happens. So this ain't the one, is it? I'll get us there. Right here. So you should have a defender right there. That's where your defender should be. But since he is not there and he's here, you missed the zone. And the zone ends up being where that tight end is. So that's not a bust. It's not a bust. So you bring in 5. If you don't get there in 2 seconds, so that's 3+ seconds he had, it's gonna become apparent where the void is. Because Nico still doesn't see it. He still doesn't see it. That's 87 is open now. He still doesn't see it. He still doesn't see it, but now he got time, he rolls that way, and he sees it. So, unfortunate. They found a weakness and they exploited it. This is so much better. This is a great reroute by Childress because he has contained. So when you're this athletic, you can come inside and retrace. The bigger guys probably can't do it because he's going to outrun them. The smaller guys can sometimes run around a block and still handle their responsibility. And Childress does it. He pulls them up. We got a guy who's not been out leveraged. This is real good. That's a horrible check mark. That's real good work right there. That's solid. So now we got him behind the chains. And this is a play that I didn't cut up. Oh, bro. It's just hard to watch. It's really hard to watch. Because if we are in our gap, we get them in 3rd and long. Right? Because every other gap is filled. I like how far is hitting his gap. He's hitting his gap. If only we were here. And the only thing I can say, sometimes we can switch these responsibilities to make the read hard on a quarterback, or make the block hard on that tackle. So sometimes you will switch responsibility. and Rayner will fold in. I don't think that's what's happening. I think Saunders is trying to do too much. Now, Cardinals sin is have two guys in the same gap. We got two guys in the C gap and nobody in the B. And the running back has to be. So now instead of being 3rd and 7, it's 3rd and 3. 3rd and 3. I think that is Safari. I like block down. You come feel strong. Pop got confused somehow. And then our one tech knows we got 2 ones. Just get double teamed and get washed. So we lost that gap. Now it's out the gate. And we miss a tackle. When we should have been 3rd and forever, 3rd and 8. Now, when everybody handles their gaps, y'all, Matthews, he has quarterback. He has to be patient, make sure the ball is handed off, then he can crash. Look at the gaps, y'all. Look at the gaps. Every gap is taken care of. Afari hits his gap. See how he hits this gap? See, this is the thing I try to get across. And I know it's hard because we all want to make tackles. But just go occupy your gap. Afari ain't going to make this tackle. But what he does, he doesn't allow him to get in that gap. And now Matthews falls. And now we got a good play. Right? Now it's 2nd and 7. Maybe 2nd and 8. A long 7. Y'all, I don't know. Because I'm not there. I'm not a DB coach in college. And on top of that, we got young guys. And to me, it seems like they are playing quarters, but they're automatically locking. Because what I've noticed is their eyes are on the receiver, not at the quarterback. So that means that they are playing man. Ooh, Patrick Mahomes got non-contact injury. Yeesh. Ooh, that's a knee. Okay, I'm sorry, y'all. I got distracted. That doesn't look good. That does not look good. Ooh. That's at worst, at best, a hyperextension. At worst, he's done. The non-contact ones are the worst ones, man. Ooh, shit. All right, I apologize. So even with that, sometimes you gotta trust your athletic ability, especially when you only gotta cover from this point 20 more yards. He ain't going far. So sit. Now I do like that Nichols walks back. That's better. He's saved by the throw being by Nico pushing the receiver towards him so he can break. But honestly, y'all, a better throw, this pass is completed. But now we got him at 3rd and 7. This is all about Pop. It's all about Pop. This is all he is here. No doubt about it. He set this up. He set the stage for this. I don't know if it's game plan recognition, pre-snap, but he does an amazing job of reading, recognizing, and breaking on the ball. Quarterback front hand comes off the ball, he's breaking. Look at the eye discipline. Look at the eye discipline. He never looks away. This is my dream for corners or for safeties. For any of the DBs. Watch. He takes his eyes off, recognize, okay. He goes away. Let me get my eyes on quarterback. His eyes never leave the quarterback. He's at looking at ball all the way until he's like, okay, I can't get it. Look at that. He looked all the way. He never looked at a receiver until the ball took him to him. The ball takes you to the receiver. The most valuable thing in football is this pigskin. So why, if you're in zone, not look at it? Look at his body lean and look at everybody else's. Who breaks on the ball the best and the quickest? That's a great break by Pop. And now we rally. Good job. 3rd and 7. We get off the field with no points given up. The name of the game, y'all, is points scored and points scored against. You can talk about field position. You can talk about time of possession. You can talk about turnovers. You can talk about 3rd down, rush, like all you know about all of that stuff. At the end of the day, that's all that matters. Doesn't matter how you get there. Doesn't matter if you only have 40 yards of offense and the other team has 10,000. If this is the score, that's all that matters. Tennessee can say all about, oh, they missed all these field goals. And then, yeah, there's a lot of shit that happened in this game that could have been different for everybody. It's the score. All right, so we get the ball first. We get the ball after the missed field goal. I honestly thought when the season started that we will see more of this. Because you got to keep the opponents honest. Especially if you feel like your backup is a viable option. Now, sometimes you protect the quarterback when you don't have a backup. But it seems like the staff is in love with Gavin, so why not do the things that you need to do? This guy's special, man. He's special. He has the potential of surpassing some of the best running backs in the Stoops era. He has that ability. But if you can't get on the field, it doesn't matter. If the coaches can't trust you, it doesn't matter. But he has the ability to be a difference maker for this team. He just has to commit to it. Like all these little runs, these are great runs, man. You would like to help the young pup, but sometimes the defense dictates that you can't. And this is a situation that's dictated that you can't. He can't get help. There's too many bodies coming. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we got 6 to block. You can't max pro every time. He's gonna have to do a better job of kick stepping for better spot to be able to run this guy around the horn more. Now, not saying this is Brock's fault, but you also can help your offensive lineman by sometimes changing the launch point. Here, now climb the pocket a little bit. That hurt. And he felt him. I don't know if you can see, he tried to go to his left and climb a little bit. He just didn't have the time. And we get a fumble. Because I think DSK wants to help. I think that's his first. But then he sees 14, and then we got possibility of 22. See how this is progress. He feels him. He tries to buy himself some time. Now he just got to climb up. But he did buy some time, and he climbed in the pocket. That's all you can ask for from your quarterback. You just need, let's see how much time he had. I haven't put a timer on it. We just got to do a better job of blocking it. That wasn't a crazy. That wasn't crazy. Let's see how much time he had. 1, 2. He had enough time now. He had 3 seconds. He was going to throw it. So, damn. It's close. But that turnover is a difference maker. That turnover changed the momentum. I just don't like the consistency of and I understand. Like, this is different from the last couple of times we played Tennessee, where they were just straight up bomb after. They was bombing us the whole time, the last couple of years. I'm just trying some of y'all. See if I can bomb after bomb. That doesn't work. After bomb, after bomb, after big play, after big play. That's what happened the last few years. This time we made them snap the ball. That's why the defense was a little more successful this time. So Patty Mahomes is back, y'all. Ooh. I just knew he was done. Strong man. I'm sorry, I'm trying to get back to where we were. We gotta find a way when we're put into these situations. We gotta do best case scenario. We just can't play the same style all the time. I did the same thing again, y'all. That's a problem with this bottom wheel. Oh, it let me go back though, didn't it? All right. Like we just can't play the same way. Change up your technique. Like if you're in man and he stop, you gotta stop. And why not? I just don't like it, man. Especially in this side of the field when the field is condensed. Like, let's go, man. Let's go. Let's play. Let's play. Trust your abilities. Like, where are we going? What gaps do we have? See, this is the name of the game. What gaps do we have? He's got A. We got C. Who has this A gap? Which is probably a linebacker. Who has the B gap? I'm not sure. Whoever has it is not there. And we got two guys on the outside. One guy's getting doubled. And a linebacker just got lost. You got to be gap sound, man. And I know that Tennessee stresses you with some of their actions that makes it harder to be gap sound, but you got to find a way to be gap sound. Like, that's not bad. It's 2nd and 3. You didn't earn the right. All right. This is the first one, y'all. I'm a player for the end. This is the first one that got me boiling. All right. Remember how we go. It's very nice when you from this standpoint. That's A. That's A. That's B. That's C. That's B. That's C. Then you got D gap, so to speak, right? You got outside. All right. Now, tell me at this moment are not all the gaps filled in here? There are white hats that are appearing in each gap. Am I not correct? Do y'all see that? All right. So all gaps are filled. There's nowhere to run. There's an A, there's a B, there's a C. Where do you think his gap would be? Right? There's an A, there's a B, there's a C. There's an A, there's a B, there's a C. There's an outside, and if he needs to fill in that gap, we got one. We got a free space over here, right? That would probably be his space to fill. He goes from there to there, right? We don't need him in here because we got all that taken care of. We need you to be here, right? So right now, your butt should get right there. And if he cuts back, you in your gap already. Ready to create havoc. Why are we trying to see what is inside? There's nothing in there for you. There's no room for you there. Bring your ass right here, ready for the bounce. See, this is the shit that pisses me off because these guys did their job. They're in every gap. Now you need to do your job in getting your gap. This would have been an easier tackle if you was already fucking outside. Fuck me. It's not good, man. It's not good. We don't free will in here. It's not just do your own fucking thing. You have an alignment assignment. Do your damn alignment and your damn assignment. No, Steven, you don't miss D-Jack there. That's not D-Jack's responsibility. This same thing, I understand the leadership and the consistency, and I'm there with you on that. For the overall game. Totally get you. And I hear you. But that's not a first time. This is not a situation where this only happens because D-Jack is not there. This is that same shit has happened with the same player with D-Jack being there. I'm getting tired of it. Getting fucking tired of it. Good escape. 1st and 20 because we had back-to-back penalties. Now, obviously, this ain't going to happen much more, but I love the fact. Right there, fuck that run out of bounds. I'm going to turn this bitch up. Perfect. Now, that's going to change now because he got a concussion. So I'm sure he's going to be a little less aggressive when running the ball. This is what I hate about not being a true read is that he could have pulled that and been upfield for a first down. I understand the action. I'm not going to say because that's just the action. Y'all, how can y'all let Pierce go untouched? I guess Coach Chandler's not here. I was going to get Coach Chandler to explain to me what the hell. I have an idea. So we got 5 and they have 4. It's really 2 and then 2. But once 55 crosses the face of the center, that's no longer your responsibility. You should get back to your other side. Because what happens is once 7 declares he's rushing, Cox can't block both of them. So Ray just lets him run by, and he's blocking nobody. Are you fucking serious? This is so bad on film that he doesn't even strain to block him. He just lets him go. He just turnstile arm, let him go to just demoralize our quarterback. That makes no damn sense, y'all. Now we down a fucking quarterback. Good punt. Great play by Noah. He squeezes on a pull and tackle. He squeezes. But he squeezes to the quarterback. He see ball handed off. Now he can run it down. That is awesome. Every gap is pretty much filled. There's nowhere to go. Now we just got to get him down. Right, Peanut. Just hold him. So now we got him behind the chain. This is not a bad job by Story. It's actually a really good job. They try to run a wheel route, but if you look at it, he looks at quarterback, he sees ball. It's good eyes, because honestly, there's no Afari gets out leveraged by the tight end from the other side. This is a great adjustment by Story to make that a minimal gain. Now we got some going. 3rd and 7. We're not going to sit back. We're going to bring Childress. Oh, this is this is such good technique by Childress in today's game, where you can't just demolish a quarterback up high. He hits him low. He breaks down just in case he tries to get him the old dead leg and come around. He breaks down. He does this perfectly. Forced a bad throw. That's a good job by Childress. And then we get into this situation. Ball's not tipped. You see it all the way. And we close our hands too soon. Close our hands too soon. We close our hands. The ball's got to get to your hands first. Oh. Pat Mahomes looking like J-Lo? What you mean? Don't say peanut butter. Oh, dude. Yee. That could have been your first interception in your first game getting meaningful snaps. That would have been a big day and a big play by us, because that would have put us at least in field goal range. This guy's a back, man. I know I'm a stop. I'm gonna stop the over indulgence with Wilcox. But he's special, man. I like the way he told the rock. I like his style. I like his vision. I like how he finishes runs. Now we churning, y'all. We are churning right now. We have found a rhythm on offense right now. Hold on. This ain't gonna be much, y'all. It's just like last week. Once we get this offense in, there ain't much to really talk about. I love it. Don't particularly like that play, but I'm gonna deal with it. This the play I like. Jet sweep action, get eyes in motion to start coming this way with the jet motion. Little ball handling fake, then come back under. That is great. That's a great play. How hard is it, Van Thumb? Done. I don't know that. It's not hard in a vacuum. The problem is sometimes in games you hyperventilate and you make it harder because your heart rate goes up. That's why like some receivers have trouble catching easy balls. Balls. I love this variation here. Jet sweep. Go away from the jet sweep. You probably have numbers on that side. First down. I like that play. I love that play. We are starting to churn on them. We are starting to find a rhythm. Basically an identity. How long would it take to install? Oh fuck. That ain't it. Peanut to install the triple option off the what you could do. I'll show you. You could install the triple option. It wouldn't be the traditional triple option though. So what you could do is this is your dive back, right? That's your first option. He pulls it, and you read. Let's say you read this guy, and then you have a receiver that's a slot, and he just bellies back. Then you can either throw it back to him as your triple option, or you can have him go down the field and replace him, and you throw it to where he was, and that's your other option. That's the modern day triple option. But no, you cannot install that with this scheme because it's totally different. You have to. The blocking is different. It is a totally different thing. Plus, you would need a triple option quarterback. We ran it like 6 times straight, moved the ball. We didn't take our foot off the gas, Steven. Apparently, from what I heard, somebody changed the play on their own. If Brock DSK Wilcox got an old school I formation versus Texas, they wouldn't know what to do. So, y'all, Adam Roush reported that they didn't call a pass play, that they called a run play, and that Wimsatt had the option to change the play. No, peanut butter, that's not the reason, because they haven't played teams who are good enough for them to play against. Triple option is based in alignment assignment football. Now, they do run a little bit modern day version of it now, but nah, they just haven't played a great team. Who did Navy play last week and lose to? Yeah, it when you play against better talent, it's gonna be a problem. So apparently that's why I played this whole thing. And I'm not sure when the adjustment was made. Okay. Guys making signals, then this guy's gonna make a signal. I don't know who's looking at who, what position looks at which one, but there are signals made. You see the signals. He tells the line, and we're talking. Notre Dame doesn't run. Oh, Notre Dame beat Navy. Yeah, that's there you go. So now he gets to the line of scrimmage. This is the only time I see a check is when he's talking to Demi. And Demi says, "Now what? This. All right. Now the only thing that tells me that it could have been a run is this offensive lineman going down the field, which to me indicates some RPO-ish thing that should have been ran. But I don't understand what we saw here that thought you can leave him uncovered. Like, if you remember, in the first half, we ran the same concept, but he wasn't here. He was like somewhere over here, and they brought this guy, and they brought that guy, and we had three, and they only had a corner over here. Well, that's not the case this time. They actually have three guys over here. One, two, three. On the touchdown pass, they only had him. These two guys were not here, and he was blitzing with him. So what about this when you see it? With a guy over the top of Bo. Now, sometimes what happens, if you eliminate him, there's sometimes a guy splitting the difference between, and if you know he's coming, you replace him with the ball. But that's not the case here. Even if he blitz, there's still a guy over him. A guy over him. Guy over him. Y'all make it make sense, man. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. I don't understand what the hell was seen here. It makes no sense. It makes zero, negative zero sense. Help me figure this one out. I don't get it. I don't fucking get it. So we missed an interception somewhere on this side of the field, right? I think it's in the same spot. What yard line is this on? Yep. We missed an interception about right here. And they get an interception on the bottom of the same spot. I don't get it, y'all. I'm dumbfounded. I'm speechless. This changed the game. And they get the ball on the fucking 10-yard line. Why did it? I don't know why. This thing does this sometimes, y'all. I apologize. So now, this play. I'm interested. See, some days I wish I was a reporter that I can go ask these specific questions. Because was this a game plan thing? because I do understand conceptually this is 1, this is 2. So we are responsible for those in zone. Okay. Now, when they both go away, you're not going to follow, you're going to stay. So I do understand that. But now for me, who has him when he goes over? Right? He goes to the corner. So since he goes to the corner, where do we go? Now the problem with this guy is he gets caught with his eyes in the backfield. Right? He comes forward. Now, what does he have? Is he supposed to come and take that? Or is this safety supposed to stop and take that? I don't know. Alan, I don't need to ask Stoops. I need to ask the defensive coaches. That's what I need to ask. I need to ask the defensive coaches. Because this situation is interesting. It's on the goal line, so things happen quickly. So, I don't think with number 1 coming here that he can just let it go. Or should he? In my opinion, I think he should. If he's crossing the formation, you don't need to cross with him. But the problem is, for me, you don't know what's going on this side of the field. So you can't just let him go. Because what if the guys over here run smash route? That will take him over here and take him there. So therefore, if you just let him go, he's wide open. So who has what? Now I'm going to tell you what I think should happen. When he goes across, that's his number 2. He needs to go this way. Okay? When one goes across, 2 goes across, the corner's got to take 1. But he stays for the flat, which is really this guy's man. See that? So now we got 2 on 1. See that? So I'm not sure what the hell happened. I'm not sure what their assignments are. No, Alan, that was a bad. That was a. You don't throw that with the guy right over the top of him. That's on the quarterback. Even if the play was called to be a pass play, you wouldn't throw it to him. You would throw it somewhere else. So however they want to weave the storyline, that was a bad situation. This is a great play because they run you off. They bring the tight end from this side across the formation after the snap. That's hard. But actually, Pop does a great job of recognizing it. I don't know, man. I got many ways that you can run it. I don't know what their procedures are in that situation. That's also a great play call. Damn, man. But we also shouldn't have been put in that situation. Defense shouldn't have been put in that situation. You're wrong, Allen. You're wrong for that. Now, this is a strong, confident, step up throw. He had obviously 3 throws in this situation. That was huge. That was a great run by DSK. That was a great spin move on the sideline right there. Stay in bounds. Now this is a dot. This is a dime, y'all. This is an unbelievable throw. This is great defense. That guy's in Macklin's ass. Pause. He is covered like a blanket. Great throw, beats great coverage all the time, 100% of the time. Then we come back on a two-point conversion after having a delay of game penalty. And this is a great catch. Again, 23 is got a blanket. Right now, this play is dead. Wimsatt buys some time, get us a chance to reroute, try to find open grass. He throws a decent ball. Damn. So now it's incumbent on the defense to get a stop. I don't know why. So we first down, we get an incompletion. Let's get him in 2nd and 10. Big. Get him in 2nd and long, big. Now we just got to play this pattern better. And we did. We at least we got the tackle. So now it's 3rd and 3. Got to get off the field. It hurts me to keep on doing this. But just watch. Just watch. Watch the laziness of getting back to the middle of the field. No intensity on it. And I'm going to show you from the back here. That's a touchdown. But it should have been a pick. Watch just the cavalier reaction to getting to the middle of the field. Just watch. Tell me if this is with any intensity for a team that likes the big ball. That's a job. Watch the late reaction. This ball is in the air, and he's just reacting. Right? That's horrible. That's downright horrible. So, piece it together. like they do in the NFL. So I gave you a couple different angles, right? Weak ass transition to the middle of the field. Ball is thrown. Ball is right here. He makes no movement across at all. None. Look at the movement. He just decides right there. Oh shit. And he barely missed it. So let's say he fucking gets into the middle of the field with some aggression, right? He gets where he's supposed to be, how he's supposed to be there. This is why this is a pick. He goes from here to there and never gets to there. So if you're moving with some pace and some intensity, that's a pick, man. It's another fucking pick that could be going back that way. See, they say it's a drop. It's a fucking pick. It's a pick. That's unacceptable. That's unacceptable. That's horrible. And as the old saying is, the eye in the sky don't lie. That effort level from right here to get into your deep third zone is why you missed the play. Look at the jog. Look at the jog? Just look at it. Look at the unacceptable jog, man. What the We don't have playmakers because we don't have guys who are willing to do the right thing all the time. That's fucking horse shit. Good run, DSK. Last snap derail that drive. We still only down 3 points. Bad snap ended that drive. And Dane, if you look at him, if we can give him a little more time, there's a window. I don't know if he's looking at Dane. There's a window right there that you could have potentially hit Dane with. But we just couldn't block this twist. Damn. I don't think this is realize of how far a throw for him to throw from the opposite hash to outside the numbers. That's arm talent. We got to do a better job as a secondary, as a corner, of breaking on the ball and stop being so unsure of your abilities. Change your technique. Like I said, play catch. You can play catch every now and then. I think you guys are good enough to do that. Same here. Play catch at the bottom, especially here because it's a long throw. If they want to throw a go route, he's got to throw it from the opposite hash. I can use the other two. He's got to throw it from the opposite hash to the outside of numbers. That's a long throw. Now, if y'all want me to blame coaches, it'll be, are we teaching them how to play catch technique? I'm not the creator of catch technique. It's an old method. I'm sure they are teaching it. All right. I'm not sure what the safety is doing in this one. I don't know the coverage. Let's see. Seems like it's still maybe cover 2 against trips, maybe. I'm not sure. Whole shot. I'm not sure if that's the safety responsibility. I don't know. Could be the linebackers. They got us. They got out of the hole because of that. I like to run different things out of trips, depending on who's the nickelback or who's the flat defender. But they got us. Now, y'all, this is so close. Like, Nico actually has to readjust the ball. If we get our hands on that on 2nd and 1, that's 3rd and long. See how right there he has to regather? If we get our hands on that and it's 3rd and long, that could make it a different game. But he makes a great play. Damn. See how he almost bobbles? See how he had to readjust it there? That ball turns a little bit. I don't know if it gets out his palm, but it turns a little bit. Man. I can't tell what happened because they don't give us the same play because they was trying to show a replay. But they gashed us. 1st and 10, we do a damn good job. Every gap is filled. Now we got him at 2nd and long. This is a down we need to win. And we don't do poorly. We at least get him in 3rd and long. And he makes a great play. We got to make this tackle. I know he's a good athlete. Somehow we got to make that one. That's a damn good throw. That's a damn good throw. Oh, we barely missed that one. So now we're in trouble. Now we're in trouble. Now they got us in 2nd and 8. Great tackle by Dion. Now we have a shot. We got freshmen on the outside. In this situation, I just don't get it. And this where it comes in with football IQ. Know where you are on the field at all times. when I played, we didn't do it all the time, but one of us is supposed to say down the distance. Down the distance. Now you need to know at where you're at on the field. Dude, from this point where you're standing back, it's only 15 yards. You could sit right there and catch him, make him throw the deep ball, which he ain't got much room over here. And let's play football. There's no reason to bag up almost to the fucking goal line. I understand he's a freshman. Then we compounded by not making a tackle. Now they get a first down, y'all. It could have been 24-18. Not saying that this offense was going, and this whistle should have been blown. Like, this is bullshit. About right there should have been blown. Beep. He was going backwards. There's no way that at that moment he went backwards. It shouldn't have been stopped. Right now, he's going forward. He's right there. Once he started going backwards, right there, whistle should have been blown. I don't get it. Bullshit. Fucking 2 times this year this shit happened. Happened in Florida and it happened right. That's bullshit. He went backwards. Forward progress was stopped. That's total bullshit. So now this last drive, y'all, it's hard. We get a good first play. But then after that, it starts going downhill. When you have a limited passer, you're going to have issues. Not only you have a limited passer, you also have limited guys who don't separate. 3rd and 7, dude. Know your situation. All right. Once you scramble, you got time. He could have stopped and set up. Let me do this. Scan the field and make a throw. You can't waste 3rd and 7 throwing the ball out of bounds. Especially when, look at this guy. There's nobody on him. Nobody on him. There's nobody on him. There's nobody on him. All right? But let's just throw the ball out of bounds. It's 3rd and 7. You down 2 scores, man. You down 2 scores. Now, we were fortunate on this next play to get a face mask. Because why wasn't the ball thrown right here? Now, the defense ain't going to allow you to pass the ball down the field. Sometimes you got to let your athlete make a play. Get the ball to Dane right there. Let's see, can he get 3 yards? So we get some extra downs. Again. Know what coverage you're in. Know what coverage they're in, right? They're in 2 high safeties. They're in 2 high safeties. 2 high safeties. And 2 deep. The weak points are, if they run traditional cover 2, are going to be, let's throw rectangles. It's going to be here, here, and here. When you see that many guys over here, that one. I can't believe I'm losing my. That's crazy. Somebody doesn't want me to succeed. My hard drive is disappearing for some reason. But honestly, y'all, there really ain't. Let's see if it'll let me play. There really ain't much to fucking show here. Be honest with you. But I'm going to do it because I only got a few more plays. But, like, it's so frustrating, man. It's so frustrating because when you think you have the ingredients to make whatever you want in your recipe, and you get all the way down, you follow the entire recipe to the end, and then you missing an extra quarter cup of milk, or you missing some basil, you're missing some oregano, maybe your oregano expired. Like, that's what this team is. We have all the ingredients except right at the end, it seems like we are missing one. Just one. Not much, not all. Just one. Missing one ingredient. And it's like, why? Why that ingredient? Like, how are we missing that ingredient? That's what we are. We have a lot of the components, but we just it's in the refrigerator, but it's expired. Or it's in the refrigerator, we don't have enough of it. We need 2 cups, we only got a cup left. Like, that's what this has gotten to. That's what this season is we are missing not the key ingredient, just an ingredient. We're missing a component. We're missing a binder. We're missing some flour or some egg or something. It's mind-boggling that we're in this position right now, y'all. But it's bad. It's bad. And it shouldn't be this bad. But as I was taught, things happen for a reason. I don't know why this is happening to us right now, but it's happening for a reason. Unfortunately, I have to go through this shit. If there was one egg missing, what would be? Leadership? Leadership? Accountability? Give a damn? Expired oregano is horrible, Alan. Well, this has come to an end again. Another week of a loss and having to deal with this shit. I really appreciate y'all. Oh, damn, John. I bet you it's that DirecTV thing. I appreciate y'all for watching, and I will see you guys in 2 weeks. We all get the week off. All right, y'all. I am out of here. Y'all have a good rest of your week.
1:16 left to play in the game. Quarterback drops